Welcome to the Center of Light, all you Yanavites. What's up, tribe? Good to see you. Tonight, I am going into bliss. I'm on fire today. Lots of cool things are happening. Watch everything unfold. It's just very joyful. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light Arrival. I love this guy. Mr. John Denver. He's got homecoming reflecting in his glasses. Country road, take me home. So, let me do a couple things. Hello, everybody. What the world? A few nights ago, you can now pre-order Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Follow that link. Please pre-order this book. It's very blissful. A few nights ago, I had a dream experience hanging out with John Denver. And he sang to me. He gave me a concert, a personal concert. And he sang Country Road to me in my dreamscape. And I was just beside myself. In fact, it wasn't even my body. So tonight we're speaking about bliss. Don't miss this. Share this everywhere. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Let's see who's here. Let me look in the room this way first. I see Dana's here. I see Dagny's here. Sana. Charlene McCarthy. Lewis. Rick Vito. Tona Maharaj. Michelle Gint, Erica Meyer, Tidy. Let's see who's here on YouTube. Nobody yet. Either way, we're gonna have a blasted. One moment. We'll get down to some beeswax. There we go. Hello? 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 There we go. All right, so tonight is Center of Light Arrival. Hence my new release coming out really soon. Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. The very bliss I am living in this moment. Join me for a blissful ride. Hello, Abulita. Country Road, take me home. Center of Light Arrival. I want you to get ready. Think about. Hello from Germany. Some Jagermeister, ja. Zita. Granki. I did my best. I hope I did okay. Tonight we're talking about bliss. So while I go into this presentation tonight, be thinking about an experience you had that was untouchable by anything else. You may have had a few, but just one. And you don't have to give me a paragraph. Just give me 2 sentences kind of thing. I was walking my dog one day, and the dog actually did this, and it triggered something in me that blah, blah, blah. It don't have to be long, but you can give me some length, but I have a big show. I want to know what your blissful moment is. Because we're going to turn up the fire. Let's see what we have in my notes. You are a quotient of light. A quotient of light. I want to read you the definition of bliss. Hello, Sue Lindsay. The definition of bliss. You ready for this? Definition. Bliss. Perfect happiness, great joy. She gave a sigh of bliss. Similar to the word bliss is joy, pleasure, delight, happiness, gladness, ecstasy, elation, rapture. The door is open for bliss for everyone as we sit in this rapture. euphoria, heaven, paradise, seventh heaven, cloud nine, utopia, Eden, my son's name, the top of the world. The opposite is misery. Reach a state of perfect happiness, typically so as to be oblivious of everything else. I need to read that again for me. To reach a state of perfect happiness, typically so as to be oblivious of everything else. The word happiness was selected in this definition, I'm assuming, because it's the pinnacle of what we know that can even come close to bliss. Happiness barely touches the idea of bliss. So I'm assuming that in this definition of bliss, informal, to reach a state of perfect happiness, because we know that much. But have you ever touched bliss? Typically so as to be oblivious to everything else. In other words, in bliss, there is nothing else. You want nothing else. You want for nothing. I want you to call up those an experience from yourself. Hello, Sana. In your life that you've touched what you could call bliss, at least to this point. Zeta says to be high, drugs. I'm not on drugs. No, at least not right now. So be thinking of that 2-sentence, paragraph at most. Time if you want to share. I'd love you to engage. When you felt ecstasy, something beyond what you know as happiness, something that you were just elated. Center of light arrival. When we come home to that spot, that space. I know that many of you are living in it, and if you aren't, I know that many of you are crossing that threshold. But there are always thresholds to be crossed. Always leveling up, always leveling up. We level up when we level in. We level up when we level in, and we level forward and we level forward. Greater possibilities of turning within itself ecstasy, joy, euphoria, bliss. Let me see if I have anything else I want to share with you. I am going to go over, fall into the beautiful lyrics from John Denver to Country Road, Take Me Home. That can mean anything for anyone. Your country road can be an actual country road that you've been away for so long you can't wait to go back to Kalamazoo, Michigan, or wherever it is you're from, that reminds you of just being home. It could be a dream. It could be an experience with a lover. It could be an experience with a divine being. It could, just something that brings you back home to center, that place of absolute ecstasy, joy, awakening, the place you never want to leave. In a little bit, I am going to share with you 2, possibly 3 experiences I've had in my life that filled me with such utter bliss. I had no body. There was no corporeal self involved whatsoever. Wow. Welcome to Center of Light, all you beautiful, sexy souls. Yanava. I always say the world you're looking at outside is not your way to bliss. It's not your way to bliss. It's not your way to bliss. Your feeling base should be your barometer to bliss, because that's where the meek, the illumined ones are going. They're going into bliss. So how can we get to a world of bliss unless it's through our feeling base? This world does trigger a lot of feeling. But this place, this causal infinite universe, will not only set you and allow you to rest on the divine throne of your own majesty. Hello, Leah Roussel Duplessis. Yes, that's how you pronounce her name, everyone. She's from South Louisiana. Or she married someone from South Louisiana. It's Duplessis, not Duplichin. Duplessis. So the new world is about feeling. You have to feel your way to bliss. If you're not feeling, you can use your level of joy, happiness, ecstasy, bliss, euphoria as your gauge to let you know how you are doing in this time of COVID-19. Whether you are a candidate for moving across the River Jordan into the land of milk and honey called the Garden of Forever, the God Gate, moving in that. Your level of joy will tell you you are going correctly. Don't look for directions out here. The GPS system is in here. The God positioning system. Okay? It's your Magellan. Let's see if we got anything else I want to share with you. I want to read to you at least what I know as of now, my mission statement that's going to be with me probably for a very long time. It could be yours. It is yours. If you choose to recite it, I will send it to you in text until you know it by heart. Re-establishing the ancient church. Declaration of the new divine establishment mantra mission statement. I am a soul of divine light here in this planet to use my God-given abilities for peace and unity as an anchor for the prophecy of heaven on earth. I am that which is and will always be. My intent is to be conscious every moment, placing my feet on the path towards the kingdom of my divine birth, bliss. It is my divine birthright of which I now claim. Speaking for you, for me, where I am, where we are from, there is no blame, shame, nor game, as I am the sole provider of my infinite experience. No person, place, or thing can affect me in my essence, for I am invincible. My will is to forever move inward, upward, forward, toward the great sensual sun, S-U-N-S-O-N. I am that sun, S-U-N-S-O-N, daughter. And because I give warmth and light to everything, I can never die. I love that line. I love it. Because I give warmth and light to everything, I can never die. I am eternal. My divine principal parent is calling me homeward, and I must go. As I have patiently and powerfully taken steps for eons, I now find myself standing at the God Garden Gate. With every breath, I cross the threshold and into the kingdom of forever. At last, I am at peace, for I am a child of the infinite light of God. And so it is. Amen. Center of light arrival. Bliss. You're on the blissful train. I'm going to tell you about a blissful experience I had on a train going to India at 12 o'clock at night. It was an open car. Open, no top. It was a soul experience. I'm not going to give it all away yet. See you shortly. Center of light arrival. Country road. Take me home.
I will be with you always until the end of time. You will never be alone. I am. All of my life, all of my days, I feel you there beside me. All of my lives, all through my days, is my will that you know me. I will not hide my love from you. You create your reality, and every moment by your own perceptions, your judgments, actions. Peace is a state of mind. Bliss is a state of heart. Heaven is a state of being.
Deep in my heart, I know you're there. I can always feel you guiding my life to see the light that will lead me to the truth. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. For you are my mother,
My soul.
my divine lover. I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. Help me live.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Let's get down. Talking about bliss. Again, as a reminder, keep thinking about an experience you had in your life. Just one, it's fine. That surpasses what you know as happiness. You have to have had one. Everyone has had one. At least, and it's relative because everyone's level of happiness varies. But from what you know as happiness, find something that pushed that boundary, broke through the boundary, in fact. Just give it to me in a short version. I'd love to read it. I'd love to be a part of your joy and your bliss, something that just opened you up into the garden. So I want to read you some powerful, beautiful lyrics. By a phenomenal artist who I had the joy of having a dream experience the other night where John Denver serenaded me acoustically, playing his song Country Road, Take Me Home. He's been on the road as a musician for years, months at a time, and he wants to go back home. Country Road, take me home. We are musicians. We all play on the road, or we play out on earth and other experiences. There comes a time when we want to simply go back home. Doesn't mean you have to die. It just means simply you want to go back home. You want to experience the love of your divine parent again. Be thinking of that blissful experience, and I'll ask you to send it to me shortly. Zeta gave hers already. She said to pick red flowers with my mom. Thank you for the short, powerful sharing. There's nothing else that has to be said. Very nice adjectives, very clear sentence. It's very simplistic, but it's right to the point. That's the punch. That's the power. To pick red flowers with my mom. Thank you for that. So I'm going to read you these lyrics. I'm going to share these lyrics with you. By John Denver. Country Road, Take Me Home. Listen to the lyrics. But the lyrics are also metaphorical and parallel with many things in your life. Check this out. Tonight is Center of Light arrival, when we go back to a state of being. that thing I read you a minute ago or posted that was in the song that I just played by my spiritual band, Lavender Soul, is an excerpt from my soon-to-be release. Order that now. Pre-order it now on Amazon.com. Keith Anthony Blanchard, Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Peace is a state of mind. Bliss is a state of heart. Heaven is a state of being. This song is about being in bliss, going back to a place that's comfy, cozy, warm, snuggly, home, consciousness, security, safety, light, nurturing. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountain, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine. Teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country roads take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. John Denver sang the song to me the other night in my dreamscape. Just he and his guitar and me. And I was drooling at the mouth. So now I want to share with you this train ride I went on when I had a soul experience. Here's one of my blissful moments. Melinda says, I've never forgotten this song, loved it my whole life. What a brilliant man songwriter he was. Sing, play guitar, wow. Wholesome kind of cat. So here's the story of a blissful moment I had from Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. One night, I tell Spirit, one night years ago when I was asleep, I had an incredible spiritual experience that filled me with utter bliss. Did it mean that for a moment at least I was without belief? And Spirit says, yes, Keith. In that one glimpse, you did touch an aspect of your soul. But though you have had those few moments that felt like nirvana, never claim that you have finally found me, meaning God. For this will only block you. Instead, continue to look for the deepest meaning in every reality. As you do, you will notice a powerful shift in your thoughts and feelings. A shift that will let you feel even more of that higher self bliss when you are awake. And I say to Spirit, so what is it I've been really seeking all this time? God says, what you have been longing for is your own internal life fire. But because until recently you were looking for love in all the wrong places, you have always fallen short of fulfillment. Your obsession with things external has taken over you and left you feeling alone and unguided. Your belief in lack has driven your ego, wants, urges, and addictions. By overlooking the spirit within yourself, you have been unable to fully realize that it is you alone who have held the key to your own bliss. Listen, my children of light eternal. You are embodiments of the divine. You are repositories of never-ending bliss. Your hearts are shrines to the divine. The whole of nature is your playground, and all things in it are your playthings. Regard yourselves as free, as masters of the universe. I had an experience, a soul experience, some years ago. I long for them. It's partly responsible for doing the spiritual work and expansion that I do. I want that home coming. I want to be in that place of mystical, dreamy, otherworldly, cosmic. Being in that... Wow, just talking about it gets me off. I come to a level of full-blown consciousness. When I say full-blown consciousness, I mean truly full-blown consciousness. Right now in this body, I am not full-blown consciousness. Or at least in this moment, I'm not full-blown conscious. But in this experience, I'm full-blown consciousness. It is. And it's about midnight, and there was something magical, haunting, mystical, spiritual. A great curiosity about it being midnight. And it was starry. You could see galaxies, and it was just freaking cosmic. And there was a beautiful, huge full moon. I just gotta. There was a huge full moon. So I'm in this dreamscape, and it's 12 midnight, starry night, beautiful full moon. And it's midnight. And I'm riding in a train that has no top, just cars where you sit in, no walls, no roof. And there was this amazing, beautiful, delicious, warm breeze. It was warm because it's India, but that breeze, it just made it, even if the breeze wasn't there, the same temperature wouldn't cut it. It was about the breeze. And you can smell the countryside of India. Country road, take me home. That home I was going to was Satya Sai Baba's ashram in India, in this dreamscape. Home, meaning Satya Sai Baba representing the personification of Godhead on the earth. Home into the Garden of Eden, onto his ashram, the abode of highest peace, Prashanti Nilayam, the abode of highest peace on this earth. I was going home. And while I'm in this car, riding across the Indian countryside with this warm breeze at 12 midnight on this starry lit night with a full moon, I was going home in my excitement and anticipation. I couldn't get there fast enough, but I didn't want to hurry it because I was riding a train across the countryside in India at 12 midnight with a starry sky and a bright full moon, harvest moon, going to see my master. I could still be there if I could consciously choose it. That's where I am going, feeling wise. Everyone, if you would, send me a sentence or two, no more than a paragraph, please, of an experience you had that launched you beyond your happiness, that you fell into absolute euphoria or ecstasy. I did this thing many years ago with a friend of mine, and this thing happened, and we experienced that kind of idea. Bliss. The bliss you may have had, the different times of your life, if you're such a one, truly pales in comparison to what actually awaits you. You mean, that's exactly what I mean. The one thing or two events in your life, or how many of you had that you actually exceeded happiness and you touched the divine garment of bliss? That's only a portion. That's only a globule of light. That's only one quotient of light of what you have not only the capacity to experience in a dreamscape or an other dimensional kind of way. You have the ability to bring this into the body, into the meat suit, and feel it in this virtual reality. To feel that cosmic, infinite bliss that this divine man right here is the walking, talking personification of that very energy. He's always in joy. You ought to see it come out of his eyes. When he looks at you, he's looking right at you. Not because he's looking at your body. He's looking at everything you are about and ever have been about and your future potential. He knows what you're thinking as you're looking at him feeling awkward. That he knows what I'm thinking. It creates an honesty with the divine really quick, I'll tell you that. That's bliss in and of itself. The other blissful story, and Sue Lindsay says, walking the forest to the door. Is that an English way of saying it, or did you miss a word? Walking in the forest to the door? Forgive me, Sue. Hi, Vicky. Rhonda says, not sure at the moment what spirit is showing me. Parts of the sky looks like smoke too. Yeah. Love it. Sana says, my bliss moment was when I gave birth to my second daughter. I just kept thanking God. Thank you. Same with me with my son. The gate opened up. So we know what God looks like. It looks like that fresh child. Right. Came right from the factory, right off the assembly line. That door goes both ways. Child comes out, old man goes in. Same thing. Child comes out, you can go in now without losing your body. Heaven on earth, being the personification of cosmic bliss on the earth. Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. As above, so below. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. She says such a beautiful story. My second beautiful, blissful story. I was in another dreamscape with Satya Sai Baba. I want to show you who Sai Baba is for those who are not familiar. This is my book I wrote about my 2 weeks in India to see Sai Baba. Metaphorical for taking that train to India to see Sai Baba. I wrote this book while I was there. Saw the most amazing miracles in 2 weeks' time that many people will never see in a lifetime. This is Sai Baba. God on earth. He died Easter morning 2011. He was the Godhead personified. The absolute throne of anything that can be anything at all. He was it. I found myself in an experience with Sai Baba. There was a man standing here, and there was a woman standing here. And I could see them peripherally. I knew they were there. And we were hanging out in this void, cloud kind of space. I don't mean God's in the clouds. That's not what I mean. It was just this place. It was a very simple room. But he's at some distance away. To where if he wanted to speak to us, he would have to actually raise his voice a little bit so we can understand. Let me pick a number. 75 feet away. Lady, me, dude. And I come to a state of awareness. Actually, let me rephrase that. Lady, dude, me. And Sai Baba's standing in front of us. And we all come to awareness. Oh my God, that's Sai Baba. And he's standing there in his orange robe. He's always in his orange robe. And he's standing there. And he's turning his hand because he's about to literally materialize something. Manifest something out of nothing. And he manifests this globule of light. He created this ball of light, turning his hand, and he looks at the first person, the lady, and he throws this bullet of light at her, and it hits her dead in her chest. She fell on the ground. When she fell on the ground, he began to wave his hands through her body. And she violently began to react. I said, whoa. This is strange. I thought this was supposed to be all love and light. I'm not sure if I'm digging this too much. So he creates another bullet of light, and he looks at the guy in the middle, basically saying, "It's your turn, pal." And he throws this bullet of light at that dude and hits him right in his chest. The guy falls over on the ground. Violently, he's moving. And Sai Baba begins to wave his hands through the guy's body. But I can now hear Sai Baba telling him something. The lady was just a little too far away for me to hear. And I'm thinking, oh God, I'm next. Sai Baba materializes another ball or a bullet of light. And he points to me and says, and he throws this bullet of light at me. What are you going to do? You're going to move? How can you move? It's not your party. It's his party. I was invited, so I got to play by the rules of the house. Hello, Kate. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, James Church. So Satya Sai Baba throws this ball of light at me, and it hits me square in my chest. And like the others before me, I fell on the ground violently in a level of amazing bliss that I have never felt in my life. This ball of light hit me in my chest, and I fell to the ground. And I became a sobbing, beautiful mess. I fell to the ground violently because of the level of blissful waves that were moving in me. Besides, I didn't want to be standing anyway. I wanted to fall further into the bliss. That bullet of light opened up a gate in me. Sai Baba walks over to me, just like the others before me, and waves his hands through my body. And he's chanting, saying these ancient, primordial, sacred language. And I catapulted to another level of conscious mind, another level in the universe, another level of high vibrational stuff that I can't even begin to try to use words to explain to you what it was like to live and be in this place. But I can tell you, it was so delicious and blissful. It's the fire that I try to cultivate in myself every day. So, hello, Kelly Bauman. If you guys want to share with me something blissful that happened to you, please give me a couple sentences, a paragraph if you need. Let me know of a time in your life that you've exceeded happiness. This is very, very important that you want this. If you want this, it's very important that you want this. If you want this, don't be a dabbler. Dabbling is still taking steps, but if you want to make strides, this is very important. You have to want to be in bliss. So that requires all of us to live blissfully. We can't step into the arena of bliss with agitation. The bouncer at the door won't let you into the club. Club bliss. You can't get into the bliss club with agitation. You can't. In fact, you could be the troublemaker in the club, and they got to call security to get you out because you're the troublemaker when everybody's getting along blissfully. You have to want to be blissful. Do you want to be blissful? That's a real simple question, isn't it? Let me ask you that question again. Take this in. There is no greater question anyone could ever ask you. Or is there? Do you want to be blissful? If you're already starting to answer, you're walking in the wrong direction. Do you, no thinking. Don't think. Do yourself a favor. Don't think. Here, here, here. Here. It's here. I want you to listen, and I also want you to hear. I want you to hear yourself here, because this is where it is. This is simply where it is. Actually, take this finger. Take your finger. Look at it. Your God-given finger that you can use as a tool to create your reality. You could point things out. You could point things the way. You could point yourself inward. So look at your finger and charge it with a ball of light. Just play my game with me. What else you got to do? Hello, 2020. Put a ball of light on your finger and mean it. Watch it grow. Watch it grow. And put it in your chest. And don't answer this question. Not even with your mind. I'm asking you, do you want to be blissful? Stay there. Stay in the emptiness. Do you want to be blissful? Do you want that? Maybe by now thinking is starting to come in because you tried to stop it. Then stop trying to stop it. Do you want to be blissful? It doesn't require you to say, yes, I want to be blissful. What it requires is for you to recognize the dimension, the frequency, and the feeling of what bliss actually is. And you cannot get there if you're answering the question, do I want to be blissful? The question has its purpose. It's to trigger you to not have a question any longer. To not even agree that you want to be blissful. It's just simply to fall inside as a key to unlock the door. Yes, the question has power. Oh, I want to be blissful because it excites you. I want to be blissful. Now that you have a taste of the nugget, stop thinking about it and bring the energy into you and sit and rest what the question did to you. Do you want to be blissful? It doesn't require a retort, a rebuttal, an argument, a question, an answer. Do you want to be blissful? And there you sit. It simply sits right there. Because you now know what it looks like. And now you can widen the gap. There's no thinking. None. No prejudice. No judgment. No labels. No children. No job. No this. No that. There's nothing. Do you feel that? What is that? How powerful is that nothing? Keith, I meditate all the time. Fantastic. Have you fallen into that bliss by not meditating? How about making your meditation a not meditating? Meaning, I have no intention. And that in and of itself is an intention. I have no intention. I just want to be still. Not only because I'm going, these are great catalysts, mind you. But there are other combinations and other components of becoming still. Meditation almost implies I'm in a meditation. I'm doing a meditation. Yes, you can launch yourself through the ceiling of all that. Do you want to be blissful? Very little question. Very simple, humble little question. The entire universe is contained within it. Right? Let me look at everyone's comments. Yeah, Kim, it's very powerful. Bless you, dear. Katerina says, I am bliss. I'm loving it. Kate says, I want to hang out with you all the time. I love it. Thank you. Blessings. If things are busy, things are loud, they're fun. The roller coaster at the amusement park is fun. But it's also exhilarating to the point of being scary. You want to go back home? You want to arrive? Center of light arrival. Country Road, Take Me Home. John Denver. What a beautiful song. Check it out. Tonight is Center of Light Arrival. Country Road, Take Me Home. practice not practicing anything. That's a practice in and of itself. Practice not practicing anything. You can either use noise to help you fall. Here are two ways to do this. And I'd say it'll be greater for those on the second explanation. You can use noise, music, as contrast so you can find the real you. Then when you get good at it, then you no longer need the contrast. You, like I can do, in a matter of a moment, can just shift because you flex that muscle. You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You got big old spiritual biceps. So now you can just grab a freaking Volkswagen and lift it up. Same idea. When you expand your spiritual mass, your awareness mass, your consciousness mass, you just simply want to pick up a metaphorical Volkswagen and lift it up. Same idea. Some of you may want outside external noise, so you can use the contrast to find you in the silence. The others of you will simply just sit in the silence. When you find it, you will know it. I'm not talking about a good meditative space. That's wonderful. I love those as well. I'm talking about always pushing without pushing for the whole pie, for the whole enchilada, for the whole cosmic Christ. I don't mean Jesus come visit me, take the wheel. I mean to have that burst of divine, blissful, powerful, infinite light of consciousness, beauty, bliss, truth, reality, expansiveness, infinity move through you. You have to push without pushing. Bliss would be a great target for one to use as a stone, a stepping stone, to move to the divine castle. Dear Lord, the bridge is down. You can cross the moat. Simply sit in silence and turn up the volume of the silence. Just turn it up. Get out of the mind. The mind will tell you how to get out of silence. Don't listen to it because that's noise. The mind will offer its opinion about how to get out of silence, but don't listen to it. That's noise. Just listen to the mind, but from a distance, as if it's down the hall, just rambling on, like that outside noise I told you about that will create contrasts that will help you find you once and for all, at last. Bliss is a foot. It's a hand. It's your body. Pun intended. It's always been for everyone, but now the gate is open. And now we all have, it's a little more readily available, we all have
Access granted.
Go where no man has gone before.
observe the mind, says Melinda. Hello, Kelly Curtis. My beautiful Kelly Curtis. Send my love to your avians. Hello, Cinnamon. Sue, thank you. She says, take my breath away. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm in that space. Hello, beautiful Rena. Rhonda says, the sky is pink, blue, and gray. White, the colors I have on. Like the colors you have on. Wonderful. Love it. Thank you. Center of light, bliss, arrival. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. The dream experience I had going to India, soul experience going to India, midnight, starry night, open box train, doing about 45, maybe 50 miles per hour at midnight, experiencing the Indian countryside on the way to Sai Baba's ashram. I was going home. I was arriving, Central Light arrival tonight. Country road, take me home. Take that path. Cross that bridge to the soul. I am moving into the garden. Doesn't make me special. It makes me joyful. It makes me blissful. And I can't contain this energy. I don't want to. It doesn't belong to me. belongs to all of us. And what you have for me, please share. Doesn't belong to you. It belongs to all of us. This is the blissful spin that is happening. I no longer see what's happening in the world as COVID-19, coronavirus, 5G. I'm done with all that. I'm done. I'm not stupid. But I'm just simply done. It served its beautiful purpose for me. The quiet. And I don't mean just be quiet, stop talking. I mean stop existing, basically. Find you in not existing, in the void, in the absolute so quiet of it all, that your one thought, if you had a small inkling of a thought, would seriously vibrate the cosmic bell. When you find that kind of quiet, the level of bliss you will experience will be profoundly loud. You're sitting in a sea of absolute stillness, and you find you have a thought move through your consciousness the size of a grain of sand in the cosmic ocean. And when you think that thought, the cosmic bell literally throughout the entire universe from your vantage point of awareness goes, here you go, I got to do this justice. There is no break in that flow. It is constant. The actual strike is the bliss bang you get when you come to the state of awareness that you are touching your soul. This would be that moment of, oh my gosh. The delight, the power, the energy current, the wave that moves through you would be the striking of this bell as you are sitting in the essence of your soul. Just cosmic awareness, simple awareness. The striking would be the initial, oh my gosh, and then the ongoing flow is the result of the bliss that will continue unbroken. Check this out. And let this be an example to bring you to your soul. Follow the river of the drone all the way back to your soul. You will feel it. If you want to feel it, you will feel it. And you're not making it up. It is real. It is a real feeling you're having. So that dimension of you actually exists somewhere as a feeling dimension that you put pictures to say, I am in bliss. Follow this back to your soul. The initial strike, I will say again, is as if you're coming to the realization, oh my God, I'm having an experience. That would be the strike of the mallet. This would be your intention. Listen. With your heart, not your ears. I want to give you the definition of bliss again. The quiet space, the infinite quiet space. And again, I'm not speaking about practicing to be quiet. That's too much movement. Practice, no practice. Well, that sounds like a practice, exactly. Center of light arrival. Country road, take me home. The definition, informal for bliss. To reach a state of perfect happiness, typically so as to be oblivious of everything else. Do you feel me? Hello, Carmen Shesha. Hello, Vincent. Do you feel me? Bliss is to reach a state of perfect happiness, typically so as to be oblivious of everything else. That is divine bliss. There is no exception. If you say, well, I'm oblivious to everything else but this one, you're there. You still got one more component. So, hello, Peter Coyle, my brother. Hello, Micheline Clausen. Everyone, thank you very much. I appreciate you. August 1st, 2020. Very soon. My new release is going to hit bookstores worldwide. Wherever you are, you can purchase this book. Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. 30 years of my life's work. You can pre-order that now and would be wonderfully appreciated as you are already. It's at the top of this blurb, excerpt from this very book. At the very top is the pre-order link, and you get a excerpt from Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Thank you very much. Let's see who's here. I want to announce everyone. You are dear to me. My PC is having trouble. I don't know why. This PC never has trouble. This is a big bad boy. Sana, Peter, Carl, Katerina, Rhonda, Sue, Kim, Rena, Kelly, Melinda, everyone on YouTube. Let me look. There she is. My name is Keith Anthony Blanchard. I'm going to get me some grubbage. Kim says she pre-ordered. Thank you, beautiful girl. Thank you, Kim Blassie. Keith Anthony Blanchard, you're a love beyond measure. Do you want? Don't answer the question. Sit in the question. Do you want to be blissful? Of course you do. Do you want to be blissful? Very minute, simple, humble little question. It will change your life if you answer that question. Without question, the answer is within. Do you want to be blissful? You love beyond measure.